Yesterday it was Bournemouth and Lincoln. Tomorrow it's Sheffield United and Wolves. Today it's Cardiff and QPR. It's the middle final, but there's no middle ground. It's a time to show your loyalty, express your devotion and swear your allegiance. Supporters loud and proud, and players fully committed to their cause. You just can't beat the Football League playoff finals.
To our chief guest this afternoon, Mr. Francis Walsh, Divisional Director
the presentation
of
party, Brian Mulwiney of the Football League and Francis Walsh of Nationwide.
Chairman of the Football League.
But the players are ready for their big day, ready, willing and able, they hope. And with due respect to the guests, Alvin, this is the moment of the day when you just want to get on with it, don't you?
Absolutely, Ian. You know, the players will have done their routine, come out, got themselves ready, focused on the game to start. They'll just want that whistle to blow so they can get on with the business.
Well, Cardiff won the toss to wear their first choice kit. QPR have gone all white for the day. Memories of Rodney Marsh and co. and that League Cup triumph of 1967. Howard Webb is the man in charge today. Introducing the officials, Howard has just been promoted to the Premiership himself. Dilapidated Ninian Park is less than a mile away from the majestic Millennium Stadium. Cardiff City have gone up market and they go up a division. QPR only left Division 1 behind a couple of years ago, but they've missed it badly. Would you imagine how Cardiff feel? They've been loitering without much intent in the lower division since 1985. The city of Cardiff and the country of Wales can be proud of the Millennium Stadium. It's fabulous. It obviously doesn't have the history or prestige of Wembley, but they're working on it. May not be the venue of legends yet, but you can still become one here. And the players of Cardiff and QPR know it. Just a few months ago, Ian Holloway and his players were getting a fair bit of stick, and no wonder. They went 12 games without a win. The West London Meters were a little restless. Demands are high at Cardiff, of course. Lenny Lawrence knows that. Let's check on his team for today. And he's kept faith, unsurprisingly, with those who performed admirably against Bristol City. Same team, same subs, but there's no place for Gareth Ainsworth, who was available after suspension. Rob Earnshaw has scored on both his previous visits to the Millennium Stadium with Wales. Reece Weston and Danny Gabardon have also represented their country here. After 3 successive semi-final defeats with Stoke and Cardiff, Peter Thorne and Graham Kavanagh have made it to the final at last. They've been waiting for a while for this day, so have the proud people of the Welsh capital. Well, Queen's Park Rangers are without one of their key players, Richard Langley, suspended after his red card at Oldham. So Kevin Gallen switches to the right side of midfield, and Paul Furlong is partnered by 20-year-old Richard Paquette. He impressed as a semi-final sub, but it's his first start since January. Stephen Kelly is on loan from Spurs, Kevin McLeod from Everton, and sub Tommy Williams from Birmingham. Also on the bench, Andy Thompson, who scored a playoff final winner for Gillingham once. Ian Holloway's side were the form team coming into the playoffs. Division 1 beckons if they hit top form today.
Well, Cardiff gave their best defensive display since the arrival of Lenny Lawrence against Bristol City to get here, with Alexander, Pryor and Gabardon outstanding. If they produce another defensive performance like that today, then Cardiff will have the base to go on and win this game. Midfield is always a key area, and Cardiff are stronger across the middle, with Kavanagh looking to pull the strings and Andy Legg, a tough little competitor with a long throw, both influential. Peter Thorne up front isn't the biggest, but he's strong in the air and holds the ball up, and alongside him, a player of true Premiership quality. Robin Earnshaw's been quiet of late. Will he explode into action today?
And 32, Stephen Kelly.
Any side managed by Ian Holloway will be fit and organised, and will be a team in every sense of the word. QPR are all of that. They have pace and physical presence in Shittu and Carlisle, and Kelly and Padula are comfortable in the forward areas on the ball. Palmer and Bircham are 100% battlers in the middle of the park, and with Kevin Gallen and McLeod on both flanks, they'll have a threat coming in at far post on both sides. The Ket has only recently forced his way into the side and possesses real pace, and alongside him, the experienced Paul Fairlong.
Well, Rob Earnshaw has scored 2 goals in 2 games for Wales in this stadium. Can he do for his club what he's done for his country? You wouldn't be surprised. Just in case you hadn't noticed, Mark Bircham is QPR mad. Premiership clubs have shown interest, but there's only one team for him, and there's only one hairstyle for him as well. Howard Webb was in charge of Cardiff's first leg against Bristol City at the semi-final stage, and they were quite impressed with him. Much has been made of Cardiff fans crowding out their own city today, but they will almost be matched in numbers and in voice by the supporters of QPR. Some of the 70-odd thousand here have come down the M4, some have come down the road. It's going to be some 90 minutes, it could be some 120 minutes, it could be some penalty shootout. We're off. It's Cardiff City against Queen's Park Rangers. It's the second division playoff final, and it's not the taking part that counts, it's the winning. Kavanagh's header goes straight to Gallen. And a stumble from Furlong. I think that might just be a free kick as Kevin McLeod makes his presence felt.
Certainly not going to be any holding back today, is it? Both sides want to start well. McLeod making his intentions early on in the game. It's going to be a battle down that left-hand side. Good battle this one. McLeod and Weston could have pulled away from that one. It's already on the way, and Weston didn't make a meal of it. Doesn't want to book anyone early on. Emotions are high at the moment.
Andy Legg rose, and it was away by Clark Carlisle, and Reece Weston turns it back to Neil Alexander. Weston hobbled off in the second leg against Bristol City and Ashton Gate, but soon recovered. You didn't want to miss this game, really, did you? Weston, one of 3 players who know this stadium well from their time with Wales. Gabidon and Earnshaw, the others. Here's Stephen Kelly, who's on loan from Spurs, and it's being chased by Paquette. Andy Legg. His contract is up at the end of the season, and his future remains a little unclear. I suppose it depends which division Cardiff are in, really. Andy Legg, of course, has a rather useful weapon in his armoury. Once upon a time it was the longest throw in the world, and he still gets fair distance. And there's the proof from Legg, and it comes for Earnshaw, who hasn't really been amongst the goals lately, but that could be ominous in itself for Queen's Park Rangers.
As I said, I think he's a Premiership player, put him with good players, and I think he'll get even better, Earnshaw. Got a real eye for goal. I think the great thing about him, Ian, is the variety of goals that he scores.
Lawrence said of this game, winning is everything, losing is nothing. He's not kidding, he knows what he's talking about. Should do by now, after over 1,000 games in charge. Stephen Kelly has been a revelation since moving from North London and Tottenham on loan to West London and QPR. Time for another long throw. Here it comes from Legg. Shitu there, but Graham Kavanagh on the volley.
But it's hard to deal with him. They deal with it pretty well, don't they, QPR? But you can see Kavanagh, he knows if they put a challenge in, it's going to drop somewhere around the edge of the box. He'll be disappointed he didn't get that one on target.
Kavanagh Lost out at the semi-final stage 3 years running with Stoke, and then, ironically, against Stoke when he joined Cardiff. There are a few players out there with points to prove, and quite a few who think they should be playing at a high level, and it's hard to argue with them.
What an atmosphere, Ian. What an atmosphere. And it's not until you play in an arena like this that you realise how certain players are going to react and adapt. And, you know, it's all about big game players today, isn't it?
Well, they are the two best supported teams in the second division. Weston's throw. Paquette will be lively. Tony Gabadon was outstanding against Bristol City, especially in the second leg. He has conceded a corner though. The Cardiff fans are gathered at that end. They'll be trying to blow the ball away. But Queen's Park Rangers have some big lads, including Shifu, none bigger. It's Kevin Gallen to deliver right into the mix, but it's taken by Alexander.
Alloway places a lot of importance on his free kicks, and you see it's a well-drilled side, this QPR side. Even Palmer there just playing it down the channel. Furlong knows where the ball's going to go. Paquette knows where the ball's going to go, and they're a real handful. They stop you getting out of them tight areas, and today Cardiff going to be very composed, have to be very composed to get the ball down and play under the sort of pressure that QPR are going to put them under.
Bircham for Paquette. Here is Gallen. Steve Palmer making great strides through the middle. Andy Legg. Kavanagh for Wally. Up towards Earnshaw, but he's going to have Carlisle closing in. And Earnshaw didn't quite keep it in. Carlisle had a terrible time with injuries not so long ago, but he's over that now. Once voted Britain's brainiest footballer in a TV show. Can't have been much competition, mind you.
Just beat me to it. Just beat me to it, Ian.
Just kidding, lads. Earnshaw for Legg. It's a crafty cross, and we knew who was going to be on the end of it, because he nearly always is, Peter Thorne.
Well, he won't want to see that too often, will he, Lenny Lawrence? Peter Thorne really on the far post there against Petula. And he hangs so well, doesn't he, Peter Thorne?
McLeod's centre has disappeared behind. Not bad when it comes to the throws or the crosses.
He's certainly got a good left foot. Earnshaw as well. It's going to be a good battle here. Earnshaw, live wire, plays it back, good ball in. He pulls onto the far post there, Thorne. And like I say, Ian Holloway won't want to see Bajula contesting that duel.
Furlong. Gallen, who's managed to find McLeod. He's been on loan from Everton and has done a very decent job for QPR, and he's got the free kick, even though Weston claims he got the ball. He's still got part of the man as well.
Well, my first reaction was that he's got a good case here. Weston goes for the ball. Now, contact maybe just before he tipped the ball. Got it right there, Howard Webb.
It is a free kick in a very promising position. It's going to be taken by the man they call Mr. QPR. Kevin Gallen whipped it in, and Alexander with the fist, but it's now a corner.
Vicious, wasn't it? Maybe many keepers would have thought of catching it. Early stages of the game, didn't want to take any chances there, Alexander. Takes a safe option.
Alexander will be under pressure again as Padula prepares to take this corner. It's another awkward one. It's a goal kick this time. Paul Furlong scored the goal against Oldham in the second leg of the semi that took QPR here. Well, Lenny, of course, was involved in the first ever playoff when Charlton beat Leeds back in the end of the 80s. Been there, seen it, done it over again. Some surprise header, now Kavanagh for Weston. Thorne tries again and finds leg. Offside against Earnshaw. Well, Earnshaw scored a hat-trick against QPR at Loftus Road earlier in the season, but Rangers got their revenge. They were winners at Ninian Park just last month, in fact. Flicked on by Furlong, away by Weston before Paquette could get a sniff. Now Danny Shitu. Kavanagh won the header. Shitu was always likely to, and a rather awkward fall for the big man. A very big man.
Your influential man, he's somebody alongside Carlisle that they rely on. They've got the hands full today because it's a good front two of Cardiff. Thorne and Earnshaw, give them any space at all, and they'll undo you.
QPR finished 4th, Cardiff finished 6th. Flicked on by Furlong, and they'll try and do that a bit. Paquette loitering alongside the man of experience.
You see the two different styles already evident in the first 10 minutes. More direct, isn't it, from QPR? They're looking to get the ball up to Big Furlong. Second ball, they're looking to get the ball down more Cardiff and play.
Stumble from Willie Boland, just as Earnshaw was trying to put him through. Now Mark Bircham. Gallen took over. Stephen Kelly. On his way back to Spurs, it seems, although I'm sure QPR would maybe to have him again next season. His route to the first team at White Hart Lane is rather blocked by Stephen Carr at the moment, although he can play centre-half as well. Andy Legg ordered to go back a bit. 36 now, but very fit still. There was talk of Peterborough being interested in him. They're, of course, managed by Barry Fry, who had him at Birmingham. Wally is flawed. Well, he's a man with plenty of playoff experience from his time at Crewe. Also won promotion to the Premiership with Bradford.
Important as well to Cardiff. Wally and Kavanagh know each other so well in there. That midfield four has been together. A great understanding, and it's going to be such an important part of the game today. They're very strong in there physically, aren't they, with Palmer and Bircham, QPR, and they need to be matched today. Then he'll be hoping that Wally isn't too badly hurt in that, because that partnership between him and Kavanagh is going to be so important.
Wally will be okay. He has to trudge off for now. And it's Kavanagh, captain, who will take this. He didn't unduly trouble QPR. QPR might now trouble Cardiff, because Gallen has found Bircham trying to pick out Paquette, but Bruce Weston monitoring the situation. And skimmed off Carlisle's head, and Peter Thorne will try and get in, but the 16-stone frame of Shitu fended him off. Brighton busy start. It's going to be a tight contest. There's not much between them. Just 2 points between them actually, come the end of the season. In fact, just 2 points between all the 4 sides who got into the second division playoffs. Leg. Barker for Kavanagh. Shitty's clearance finds Bircham. And Boland blocking Kelly's route to freedom. It is a massive occasion as Cardiff City look to move out of the bottom half of the league structure for the first time since the mid-1980s. 18 years they've been in the 2 lowest divisions. Too long, really. Far too long for a club of their size and stature. Of course, not so long ago, Queen's Park Rangers were in the Premiership themselves.
At the moment, it's both sets of centre-halves who are on top in their personal battles. Obviously, Paquette and Fairlong not really had a lucky up to this point. As we said, Pryor and Gabardon in the last time really against Bristol City were outstanding, and both sets of centre-halves will play big parts again today.
Earnshaw. Leg. Now Wally. He's being handed by Chitu. Time for a long throw though. In fact, he goes shorter this time, Leg, to Gareth Wally. It's Wally who delivers, and Mark Carlisle who cleared. Boland will leave it for Weston. Kavanagh. It all became a little too crowded for Boland and Weston. Still could be promising though for Kevin Gallen. It's Kelly, and it's cut out by Wally. Palmer. The sun has come out. There have been a few sharp showers around this city today. Even so, they decided to open the roof. It was closed yesterday for the 3rd division final. Wally mugged by Palmer. Paquette. He's going to go for it himself. Remarkable story, really. He was on loan at Stevenage in the early part of the season. Got a few goals there. Been on the bench lately, but in from the start for the first time since early January. With, of course, Richard Langley ruled out through suspension. They had to rejig a bit.
Well, they won't know too much about him either, Cardiff, and he's unpredictable. You don't really know what he's going to do. More than capable of pulling something special out the bag at any time.
Carlisle made that his.
So at the moment, Cardiff really haven't been able to get the ball down and play, have they? With any real control. It's been QPR have probably been the quicker to start, more direct style, pressuring the ball.
Chases on to stop it going for a corner, and Chitu got there. Spencer Pryor up towards Earnshaw. He's about half the size of Chitu. big man and the little man. Definitely.
Different strengths, either of them, haven't they? You know, little Earnshaw, he'll get down, get round him, low centre of gravity. It's in a straightforward race. I think Shittu's got the pace to deal with him.
Form centre. It's away by Carlisle, but it's going to come straight back in. And Earnshaw was there. Palmer. Gabidon, who himself missed a large chunk of the season with the back problem, and Cardiff missed him. Wally has found Kavanagh. It's gone the way of Cardiff.
Good play by Kavanagh, lovely run forward, ball delivered into the space. He hasn't done that up to this point. Got to make the run in beyond the front players. Got a good situation here.
Kavanagh goes short, and it'll be Andy Legg with a cracking cross, and Shittu just took it away from Earnshaw. The break is on for McLeod, and Taquet is offside.
First reaction, this was very close. Watches the ball's played, he's onside. Boland tried to play it, got it wrong. He's been let out of jail by the linesman there.
It's unfortunate. Thorne and Carlisle were both going for it. Now Padula. Gino Padula can count amongst his former clubs River Plate and Wigan. I don't think many players can.
Now that is variety.
This is Weston, Kavanagh. Barker for Legg. This time Legg picks out Kavanagh. It's going to go across into the path, almost into the path of Reece Weston. Pryor. It's nicely done by Boland, although it has been fouled by Steve Palmer. Good free kick, and Kavanagh with nowhere to turn. Weston put under pressure by McLeod. He's tripped him. It's going to be a definite free kick and a warning at the very least, I would suspect.
But he doesn't get a card for that, Weston. He's fortunate because he was away into a dangerous situation there, McLeod.
He's escaped one. Paquette, handball. Just 20 years of age. We're at the midway point of the first half. Nothing between Cardiff and QPR yet. There's going to have to be something between them by the end of the afternoon at the Millennium Stadium. Padula. Gabidon won it, but it's dropped kindly for Kevin Gallup. Now Kevin McLeod. Quick centre, cut out by Kavanagh. Oh, it's gone over the head of Shittu. And Thorne has helped it on to Earnshaw. 2 against 2 at the moment. Earnshaw twisting and turning. But it was Bircham who was minding the shot. Thorne. And the free kick was actually given for offside.
First real sign, wasn't it? QPR looking a little shaky at the back. Good long ball. Good headed in by Thorne. They're an excellent duo, really, Thorne. He knows instinctively where Earnshaw's going to look for that ball, and once he faced up one-on-one with Carlisle, you sense it was going to be danger.
Gallen trying to find Furlong, but it's cut out by Gabidon. Gabidon has continued his run. And what a run. He's going to show too much of that though to Danny Shittu. Leg. Bertram slid in on Boland.
The best spell in Cardiff, controlled football, had much the better possession over the last 5 minutes.
So what can Cardiff make of this? Kavanagh whips it in. It's cleared by Shittu. And now McLeod. This time Weston wins the duel. But they'll both be back for more. Offside against Earnshaw. And coming up tomorrow, here of course, it's the last of the playoff finals. Sheffield United, Wolverhampton Wanderers for a place in the Premiership. Sky Sports 1 from 2. Furlong capitalised on the mistake from Gabidon, but unable to find a way to goal, and that goes down as a very decent chance.
Most definitely, very unusual for Gabidon. Doesn't deal with this ball. It's a little flick on, he tries to control it when he should have played it off first time. I think he takes that too early, he could have had another touch. And it was so important to hit the target there. He reads it, he's into an area now, have a touch. Goes for the chip and doesn't get it right.
And Paul Furlong did score in Cardiff last month at Millennium Park. Probably should have scored in Cardiff this month at the Millennium Stadium. QPR actually have an excellent record in this city. Unbeaten in their last 6 visits. In fact, the last Rangers team to lose in Cardiff was managed by Terry Venables. Kelly's throw. Furlong. Scooped up by Neil Alexander. Always in Bertie Vogts' Scotland squad, although yet to win his first cap, the Cardiff keeper.
What a save he made against Bristol City. One of the main reasons that they're here. Alexander didn't have that many saves to make. Pulled an outstanding one out the back, didn't he, against Bristol City?
As both the semi-finals were tight affairs. QPR edging past Ian Dowie's Oldham. Cardiff sneaking past Bristol City. Alexander's vital save came from a Brian Tinian header. That was then. This is now. 0-0. Here's Paquette. Bertram. McLeod. Padula. McLeod taking a direct route towards Furlong. Bertram won it. Now Furlong. This is Kelly. A little nudge from Paul Furlong on Spencer Pratt. Ian Holloway took over at QPR a couple of years ago, couldn't stop them going down to Division 2, but now hoping to take them back to Division 1. He was a popular player in his time at Lotters Road. Kevin Gallen, and the leg is actually in a inadvertently helped it through to Paquette, and now Furlong will feed McLeod. McLeod across to Kelly. QPR are closing in. But Paquette unable to find the target, rather like Furlong just before him a few minutes ago.
Oh, really? Nice ball played out to the right-hand side here. Kelly flights a lovely ball to the far post. Paquette really goes for goal, and look at McLeod there. Just at the top of the picture, he's shouting, knock that back here and I'll have a go with my left foot.
Thorne. And the leg was stretching.
It's an intriguing battle, isn't it, Ian? We talked about the difference in styles. I think both managers will be pleased with the way their teams have set this all out. Such a tight game this one's going to be.
Well, we are a third of the way through the 90 minutes, but of course it could take longer than that. It could take extra time, it could take penalties. Foul on Barker by Gallen. Kevin Gallen was named the Player of the Year by both the fans and by his fellow players. Gabidon's free kick. Carlisle's header. Pryor. Barker. Oh, and that was a late one. It's going to be a card. Gabidon writhing in agony, and Furlong in bother here with Howard Webb. Howard Webb wants everybody away before he summons Furlong.
Well, he's been lenient up to this point, hasn't he? Howard Webb. I'll be very surprised if he keeps that card in his pocket. The first reaction, though, Ian, was it wasn't too much contact there. It was a rash challenge. He shouldn't have made it, Paul Furlong. I'm not so sure there was a lot of contact.
Conversation ensues between referee and player. Gabidon still in urgent need of treatment. All magic sprays have come out. Howard Webb is taking his time in explaining why the card is coming out. Paul Furlong, the first to be booked in the second division playoff final.
Well, I've never known why they actually make challenges like this. It's nothing from it. He does go through, and there might have been a little contact up on the knee there. But it's a rash challenge, and he's got nothing to gain from that, Paul Furlong. Needless booking from him.
Furlong is booked. Nobody's been sent off in a football match at the Millennium Stadium yet. I wonder if one player might make unwanted history over the course of this playoff weekend. Gabidon was sorely missed during his 5 months on these sidelines. He's back on the sidelines, but only for a couple of minutes this time. Barker up towards Earnshaw, whose header was wayward. Not the strongest point of his game for obvious reasons. Kelly. Away by Barker. Gabidon returns, much to the delight of the Cardiff fans. Over 30,000 of them inside this impressive arena, but QPR not far behind. Here's Kelly. Weston and Wally. Gabidon. Barker up towards Thorne. Down for Kavanagh. Thorne waits for Andy Legg to arrive on the scene. And he arrives big time. And Kavanagh, well, Weston was going to try and get in on that too, but Kavanagh bit into it.
Well, I'm wondering if he did get a shout. He was already up for it, Kavanagh. It was always going to be too high for him to redirect it down. It was a good ball from Andy Legg, and all he needed was a shout really from Weston. Does great here, doesn't he? Puts the ball into an area. Go on, attack that. And look at Weston coming in the far post. If he lets that go, Kavanagh, he's got a great chance to control that ball with a header down to cause a real problem.
Hasn't scored as many goals as he usually does this season, Kavanagh. Just the 6. Boland. Earnshaw. Boland trying to smuggle it back to Earnshaw, who might have been in. And the offside flag this time frustrates QPR, who in the second half of the season went on a remarkable run really after it had all gone so horribly wrong for them, and they went out of the FA Cup to Vauxhall Motors, and league form dipped as well. They've been the form team since the turn of the year, whereas Cardiff's season rather petered out, but I don't suppose form counts for much really on a day like this. There is an awesome atmosphere inside the Millennium Stadium. It is a match that means so much to so many. Tony Gabidon, one of the few who have experienced what this stadium is like, of course. He played here for Wales. There's the man with the blue and white hair, Mark Bircham. Peter Thorne. Kavanagh. To release Boland. Padula chasing. Cardiff's throw.
Good challenge, wasn't it? It was a challenge he had to win there, Padula. Had a good job of it.
Kavanagh. Nothing doing from that. He was challenged just as he tried to centre it.
Starting to pull the strings a little more, isn't he, Kavanagh? As the game's gone on in this first half, getting more and more influential.
Pryor has plenty of experience, of course, in the Premiership and when it comes to promotions in his time with Southend and Manchester City. Also won the Worthington Cup with Leicester. Cardiff really have a First Division squad in waiting. The trouble is, they've been waiting a while. Missed out in the semi-final stage, agonisingly, to Stoke last season. Just when they thought they'd cracked it, you can never think they cracked it in this game. But of course the last 3 years have been eventful, they always are when he's around. Sam Hammam has a vision for Cardiff. There is talk, serious talk of a possible 60,000-seater stadium. Eventually they'll house that many anyway. So they'll be struggling for stadiums in Cardiff, won't they, if that goes ahead?
He'll be pleased, Sam, sitting up there, because it's his team at the moment. They're taking control of this game. They passed the ball very well, dominate possession.
Gareth Wally flicked it on, but Chris Day, who also has a hint of blue in his hair, came to collect that. Huge kick as well, and Pryor ultimately let it go for Alexander. Gabadon. Bertram closed in on Wally. Padula. Kavanagh has caught Kelly right in front of the ref. To say, some of the players have praised Howard Webb for his refereeing this season, but he is going to get a card out for the Cardiff captain.
Well, there's certainly going to be a battle in the middle of the park there. Looks like Kavanagh has started to pull the strings, and he's certainly a competitor as well. I thought it was a ball he had to go for, so I'm a little surprised to see that yellow. First touch runs away from him a little bit, and you can see not really too much in it. There was some contact there, but it's a wholehearted challenge for the ball from Kavanagh. I think it's a genuine challenge.
Caught Kelly on the knee as he went in for that, and Kavanagh now joins Furlong in the book. And we're inside the last 5 minutes of the first half. Bertram looking for Carlisle. Boland's clearance not particularly effective. Well, Carlisle is still up there. Cardiff have coped. Paquette. Furlong. He's gone for it. And it's cannoned off Barker for a corner.
Yeah, he had an option out to the right of him there, Kevin Gallen. Probably the better option. Slip the ball to Gallen. Gallen's telling him exactly that now as they walk back.
Encouraging this for the supporters who have travelled down the M4 in their droves today. What they would give for a goal now. Padula with the corner, and it breaks for Gabadon. There's been so much concentration on the fact that Cardiff are in this final, playing in Cardiff of course, that QPR haven't got as much of a look in. That suits them. Weston, and a chance here. Snapped at it really, Wally, and it was actually diverted away.
Great play by Earnshaw, excellent play by Earnshaw, and what a challenge this is as well. Just get back, doesn't he, should do, to take that away from him.
It was a corner for QPR, all of a sudden it's a corner for Cardiff. It's Kavanagh. It's away by Carlisle. Andy Legg. It comes to Peter Thorne. It's gone out. Goal kick. Thorne, like Kavanagh, like Lenny Lawrence, have had their fair share of experience in the playoffs. Bertram. Barker. Given away actually to Palmer, and Barker having to recover the situation to foil Paquette. Earnshaw sent it on, but straight to Shitu. Kevin McLeod. And that's going to skip away from Gallen.
Hasn't really seen enough of the ball, has he, McLeod, and apologising there to Gallen, but he's somebody I'm sure that Ian Holloway before the game would have wanted to see on the ball a lot more than he has.
Well, he's on loan from Everton. They were a little bit worried when he came down as to finding him somewhere to live during his loan spell. But he had the answer himself. He's big mates with Franny Jeffers, of course, from their time at Everton together, so he's been staying with him. Kavanagh. Inside the last minute of the first half. But there's always going to be a close one to call. Free kick's been given here. Although Shittu does protest his innocence.
I must admit, as a centre-half, I didn't agree with that one, but you have to give credit to Earnshaw. He didn't give it up. He ended up getting something. Well, he's given a throw-in, actually. Like a free kick, really, isn't it?
It's as good as. Gareth Wally. The ref seemed to be indicating there was a bit of shirt-tugging going on. Gabidon. 3 minutes of added-on time in this first half. It's a fiery and feisty encounter.
3 minutes.
Bertram is less than impressed. Bertram's show of dissent there will ensure that he gets a ticking off.
Asking him where he got his hair done.
Did you ever think of having claret and blue in dye in your hair? Would have needed much dye, to be fair, but...
Claret on one side, blue on the other.
It's Kavanagh's kick. Bertram was ordered to leave it by Gallen, it seems. Now Weston, now Wally. Gabidon trying to find room. Kavanagh. That was kind of inviting.
And any sort of space, 30 yards out from QPR's goal. Hasn't been a lot as soon as some actually created itself there. He took the chance to get the shot away, and he's got the ability to hit that.
Well, that's how tight it is between these two teams, level as far as attempts are concerned, and one each on target. It's not surprised us really that it's been so close.
I think the two centre-halves, Spencer there, Gabidon have been very good, haven't he, in the first half. The Shittu and Carlisle been very dominant at the back for QPR.
There has to be a winner, of course, on the day. Gallen bounced off Kavanagh, but it comes to Gino Padula. He's found Bertram. Bertram in towards Paquette. And Deled remained composed after Barker had done the initial work. It really can be an ordeal, these playoff finals, for players and for fans, with so much at stake. Here is McLeod. It's met by Spencer Pryor, and it's half-time. There was just 2 points between them when the league table finished, and it shows really, because despite the efforts of Cardiff and QPR, there's been nothing doing yet on the goal front. Half-time at the Millennium Stadium in Cardiff. Cardiff 0, QPR 0. Cardiff and Queen's Park Rangers have been successful in cancelling each other out so far. What lies in store over the next 45 minutes, we are about to find out. Two teams who've had their fair share of problems this season. QPR, well, we saw them beat Blackpool early in the campaign, and after that they went 12 games without a win. Out of the cup to Vauxhall Motors, the West London natives were restless, and so were the South Wales natives from Cardiff with a poor run. McLeod's cross, and it's actually come through to Paquette. able to clear as QPR make a busy start to the second half. Just talking about Cardiff, they lost 3-0 at home to Colchester last month and were booed off by their fans, but the highs and lows of a long season forgotten today because it all comes down to this. Who's going to crack first, I wonder, if either of them will.
We were talking about the styles. Both sides are certainly evenly matched in every department, and at the moment I think both defences are on top. But as the lads have said in the studio there's enough players out there, Ian, individuals, likes of Earnshaw, likes of Kevin Gallen, just to name two, that can turn the game on its head at any moment.
Thorne's header, but he was impeding as he won it. Paquette being closely watched by Barker. Everybody will be jostling for position, although Shitu finds Palmer. Rather shorter than expected. Now Kevin Gallen looking for Furlong. Gallen gets a second chance and Barker clears. Gabidon having to deal with this, which he duly does.
Start the second half at QPR.
They're giving it another go now with Paquette trying to get there, but Spencer Pryor stood firm. Palmer. Miscue. Kelly. Here's Gallen, who's up against his former Barnsley teammate there. Chris Barker. They were together at Oakwell. Bircham into Furlong. And Gallen is there and takes over. And straight at Alexander.
Well, it is a bright start to the second half of QPR, and Gallen joins well here. Furlong knocks it back, just gets stuck in between his feet, can't quite dig it out, still gets the shot away, but couldn't generate the power or the direction he wanted.
Well, those two combine very well, but then they should do really, because they normally play together up front. Kevin Gallen forced out onto the right of midfield in the absence of the suspended Richard Langley today. Furlong and Gallen. Strike partnership broken up, but combining again there for sure. Here is McLeod. Padula. Andy Leg ready to burst away. Barker ahead of him now. He was looking for Earnshaw, but it's cut out by Carlisle. Now Gallen. It's a lot of space in front of Kevin Gallen. It's come through here for Furlong. Can he get a shot away? He can, but it's another wasted effort from Paul Furlong.
It certainly is, Ian, and again McLeod is shouting in for the ball. Kevin Gallen really runs out of space, doesn't he, here? He's played inside at the start of this second half. They get a lucky break there, but all he's got to do is just leave that to the side, and he's shown him, look, McLeod, leave it there and I'll get this shot away, and you can see what he thinks of it there, Ian Holloway. He knows they've made a bright start, but he should have had a goal to show for it.
Failed to find the target in 4 attempts, Paul Furlong. McLeod now to Padula. They're raising the tempo, QPR, and it's come back to McLeod, and now Paquette. It was Gareth Whalley who stepped in for Cardiff. There's certainly more of an edge about the game at the start of the second half.
They've certainly been rattled, Cardiff, haven't they? And I think, you know, they've come out, they've pressed high up the pitch here, QPR. They did it to a certain degree in the first half, but they've done it to a much better extent in the second. Like I say, Callan has come right away and played inside just behind the front two, and he looks more at home there as well.
Shitu's free kick, it'll be left for Neil Alexander. Lenny Lawrence, no wonder he's concerned.
Well, when you're under pressure, the 5 minutes that they've been under, you sit deeper and deeper, and all that does is play into the opposition's hand. He's saying to his lads, get out, hold a higher line. We've got the pace at the back with Gabadon to be able to deal with Paquette. We know that Pryor can deal with Fairlong, his partner, as well. It's easier said than done. They've come out and they've started very brightly, QPR. They've got to get possession of the ball, and this man here has got to help them do that.
The message from the manager was clear, and Cardiff have got out. And their fans are trying to inspire them now, making a noise. Loud and proud. Boland has fed Weston. There's the return. And now Boland stepping away from McLeod, giving him the run around and getting a corner, and Cardiff respond.
Just what his team needed. Somebody to do something a little individual, get them a bit of a breather. It's exactly what he's been able to do, Boland.
It's even level on corners. Leg sent it in. Shitu cleared. Boland gives it back to Leg. Cardiff are biting back. Kavanagh. Now Weston. Thorne was well marshalled. Here's Wally. Both teams are doing their bit. Steve Palmer is going to get a yellow card for doing his bit a bit too much.
Well, Spencer Pryor does well to get rid of that ball. He can't stop, can he? He wants to stop Steve Palmer, but had to carry through the challenge.
Here it comes from Andy Legg. Pryor trying to muscle in, but it was turned away by Carlisle, and a clash of heads will bring the game to a halt. And Padula came off worse. Poland okay. Ish.
Done this a few times. Both players got their eye on the ball, totally committed, and that's one on the side of the head for Padula. Around the ear there, and that is the most painful. I can talk from experience, one of the most painful parts of the body to get a whack. But again, committed play for both players.
Well, the players really have been giving it their all since the whistle began with the start of the second half. 66,000 inside the Millennium Stadium for this one. And they are making their presence felt, whatever their allegiance. Playoff finals are always grand occasions, and the Millennium Stadium in Cardiff really is a spectacular setting for them. Padula's okay, apart from a sore head.
Well, QPR certainly asked a few questions early on in this second half, and they've responded, haven't they, Cardiff? Responded very positively.
Kavanagh will get a corner. Both captains have been booked now, Kavanagh and Palmer. And both teams, though, have other things on their minds. QPR with some defending to do, Cardiff with some attacking to do. Will a set piece pay off in such a tight game? It's Andy Legg to send it in. It was Furlong who was back doing defensive duty. And QPR had their spell, and now Cardiff are having theirs. Leg up towards Thorne. Shitu able to win it. usually is able in that respect. Furlong. There's Kelly. Now Gallen. Kavanagh was shielding his defence. QPR try again with Gallen in towards Furlong, and it came back to Steve Palmer. Palmer as part of the Watford side that went from Division 2 right through to the Premiership. About the same feat again for QPR. There's much to do yet. Both teams were sussing each other out in the first half, but they're doing a bit more than that now. It's Andy Legg. Kavanagh. Pryor. Reece Weston in towards Peter Thorne. Earnshaw was waiting for the scraps and a good block from Bertram. Paquette for Gallen. QPR through and through. Here's Bertram, his big mate. They call those two the Chuckle Brothers. They're always going around with each other. Having a good old laugh. They'll be having a good old laugh today if Queen's Park Rangers can secure promotion to the First Division of the Football League. Allen surviving a stumble. Bertram. Pryor for Legg. And Earnshaw collided with Carlisle. Stayed down. Here's Paquette. Kelly's cross, away by Spencer Pryor. Here is Mark Bertram. Kelly, away by Kavanagh.
Well, he's certainly done well for most of this game, Kelly, getting forward down that right-hand side of QPR, but his quality has to be better. The moment this man here, Kavanagh, has been forced back into front of his two centre-halves. The game's to and fro, isn't it?
It's certainly been lively in this second half. It's starting to open up as we head towards the hour mark. Playoff final weekend in Cardiff. Steve Palmer trying an Andy Legg. Not bad either. But a free kick given against Furlong. And he has had the chances to break the deadlock today, but it remains goalless. Two clubs here who feel they should be playing at a high level, and not many would dispute that. Who had the best crowds in Division 2 this season. They were tipped to automatic promotion by Wigan and Crewe. Kavanagh seeking out Earnshaw, but it's going to carry to Chris Day. A bit of a bounce on it.
Certainly got the option, haven't they, to play an interfeet. They like to get the ball down and play a short passing game, but when Kavanagh got his head up there, they've also got the pace of Earnshaw over the top as well.
Here is McLeod, decent delivery. Oh, and Paquette slid in with Gabidon, neither able to make contact.
Well, this is certainly an area here. McLeod hasn't had much of the ball. He has got a lovely left foot. You can see him wrap his left foot around that, put it into an area that's a nightmare for a defender.
Well, that will be the last piece of action for Richard Paquette, the 20-year-old given a start today. Preferred to Andy Thompson, but Thompson is now going to come on, and he's more than capable of nicking a goal for you. 3 years ago, he nicked a playoff final winner in this division for Gillingham against Wigan. He was QPR's top scorer last season Ian Holloway, the first manager to make a change. Can Thompson make a difference?
Certainly got the ability, item at Southend. Good finisher, mobile, makes good runs.
Inside the last half hour. Although, of course, it could be an extra half hour. There could be a penalty shootout. Long months could come down to one kick. Oh, Kavanagh unable to clear it. It's Kevin Gallen, and it's very nearly an opener.
Well, he's got real ability, hasn't he, Kevin Gallen, a goal scorer. Wherever the ball bounces, he somehow gets a shot away. Yeah, look, he looks at having a touch to have a touch. Gets it on the volley, just can't get it up and down. Needs a goal, both managers need a goal.
You can normally rely on Kevin Gallen in that respect. A superb servant to Queen's Park Rangers down the years. Free kick given against Furlong. Pryor whack in the eye. Or close to it. Cardiff were devastated when they missed out to Stoke in the semi-finals of the playoffs last year. They went up to Stoke and won, did the hard bit. Earnshaw turning. The goals have dried up for the Welsh wonder of late, but having said that, you can't really argue with his tally of 35 for the season.
I just feel that sooner or later, in this game, he's going to be the one most likely to produce something special. He needs half a yard, and Shitter has marshaled him so well. He just got away half a yard there and still managed to get the shot in, didn't he?
Juggling action, Boland. McLeod. Made sure that he wasn't going to run onto that. Pryor. Weston is down at the moment.
Well, he went off in the game against Bristol City, and he's certainly done an excellent job on McLeod today. Then he'll be a concerned man. Hopefully it might just be a bit of cramp. Looks like the calf at the touch in there. He's done an excellent job on McLeod, and he's got forward so well for Cardiff as well today.
Well, coming tomorrow from the Millennium Stadium in Cardiff, it is the First Division playoff final. It is Sheffield United versus Wolves. It is on Sky Sports 1 from 2 o'clock, and of course the prize, a place in the Premiership. A place in Division 1 beckons for either Cardiff or QPR. Gary Croft warming up, just in case Weston isn't able to continue. It was Croft who came on for Weston in that semi-final second leg at Ashton Gate when he hobbled off with a calf injury, actually. So he might be struggling again. Benny Lawrence might be forced to make the same change that he did in Bristol, but Croft is pretty reliable. This is Lenny's 1065th game as a manager. Be getting the hang of it soon, won't he?
Well, he's been through every emotion you could possibly imagine, and probably one of the more controlled managers in terms of his reactions and his emotions. But passionate all the same. He won't want to see this man going off. Like I say, he's had an excellent game for him today, Weston.
Former Arsenal youngster. Ball given back, although QPR not too impressed with the way Kavanagh did it.
Wily old pro, he's still having a go there, isn't he? Jimmy's not happy.
He's always got something to say, Mark Bircham. There have been a few clubs looking at him. There were a few clubs looking at him last season when he left Millwall, but he's a manic QPR supporter.
I wonder if that's died as well, Ian.
He's been like that a few years, hasn't he? A few Cardiff fans have picked up a few grey hairs over the years as well, as they've tried to get out of the bottom two divisions without any success. Furlong, Bircham, it's Kelly. Palmer, Furlong, Bircham, Spencer Pryor with a clearance. QPR haven't finished with Cardiff yet. Oh, Kevin McLeod nipping through, and Kavanagh's challenge was so effective and so important.
What a great challenge that was for Cardiff. He hasn't had much space, has he, McLeod? Good ball here from Gallen, cuts inside, just as about to maybe do something to harm Cardiff. The captain comes across and makes a great challenge.
The QPR fans gathered at this end where Kevin Gallen is taking this corner. Gallen focus, free kick given for pushing by Paul Furlong. The bump by Spencer Pryor.
Well, there have been individual battles all over the pitch, and I think he's just slightly getting into the game more now, Paul Furlong. Getting a lot better service, and the tempo of the game has improved, hasn't it? A lot quicker than the first half.
Well, there were goals galore here yesterday when Bournemouth beat Lincoln 5-2, but they've been hard to come by in the second division playoff final, although that was always likely to be the case. QPR have been collecting clean sheets lately, and Cardiff, well, they put in a towering defensive performance themselves to see off Bristol City. It's booted away by Clark Carlisle, and he's managed to find McLeod. Reece Weston still not looking too comfortable. McLeod, a rampaging run. Furlong sets it up for Padula, and seemed to hit the hand of Bolan, but not much intent, although we had a good view anyway. Here's Earnshaw, but he turned into Bircham. And Bircham has been clipped by Earnshaw. McLeod, too long, will drift away. And Holloway trying to inspire his men. Weston is going to have to go off soon by the look of it. Sent back by Shitu, flicked on by Thompson, but it's through to Alexander. It was part of the Livingston success story in Scotland as they rose into the top flight there before coming from Scotland to Wales. Padula. Cardiff are going to have to make that change then, with Gary Croft waiting to come on in place of Reece Weston. And a feeling of deja vu, because this is what happened in the semi-final second leg against Bristol City, although that was in the first half of that game. He's lasted into the second half this time. This is what happened to him.
As you said, he had a problem. You can see he's in trouble as soon as he lands there. It's like the old problem, calf strain. As you said there, Croft more than an able deputy.
Gary Croft played for Ipswich in their playoff final against Barnsley 3 years ago. Away by Gabidon. .20 minutes left of the 90. Steve Palmer's long un towards Furlong. always knew it was going to be difficult to pick a winner from this game. It's becoming more and more difficult. Kelly, Gallen, Bertram, Kavanagh, Thorne the outlet, and he's been taken out by Mark Bertram, who's going to get a yellow card.
I think he thinks it's harsh. He certainly give 100% for QPR in there, isn't he, Mark Bertram? I think he just gets some of the ball. Just gets a touch on the ball, and that's why he's angry.
He's had a fair bit to say as well throughout the course of the afternoon, but Mark Bertram becomes the 4th player to be booked in this game, 3 of them from QPR. Lifelong QPR fan. Croft with a free kick towards Thorne. It was nicely done by Gallen. Padula. Steve Palmer had made a run then, but it's cut out by Croft. Offside. The referee will let them get on with it though, because Kelly has it. Bertram. McLeod unable to control it. Carlisle has a problem now.
Yeah, I think it was a challenge from Peter Thorne on him. Caught him late. See it here. You see, he just catches him with that back foot, doesn't he, Peter Thorne?
Still only 23. Clark Carlisle, there'll be a lot more to come from him. His career was halted significantly by knee ligament damage after he was out of the game for going on 2 years.
And certainly fitness of the two teams will come into question here now. So it's not just an ordinary game, this is the build-up to the game that takes a lot out of you emotionally. You know, psychologically, you've got a lot of other things that surround the game. And unbeknownst to you, sometimes that can tire you. It's certainly tiring them.
Croft waiting to take this throw. We're nearly at the sharp end of the 90 minutes. Croft for Boland. Palmer. A Cardiff throw. It's taking a while to get the ball back. I think they're quite sure where the throw is going to be taken. Now they know. Padula towards Furlong. Gabidon sent it back to Leo Alexander. Carlisle's header, but here's Barker. Gallen happy to settle for the throw-off leg. Barker. Kavanagh mopping up. The other side able to get a grip at the moment. Bertram. 15 minutes left. If they can't be separated, we will go to extra time and possibly, maybe, penalties. Croft. It's won by Carlisle, it's covered by Shitu. Furlong fell favourably to Kavanagh, and Furlong, who's already on a yellow card, has caught Kavanagh, and he looks anxiously at the referee.
That is a big moment. I'm sure if he hadn't booked him, it would have been the first booking, and that was a challenge. Somebody certainly not of his experience. Sensible refereeing. I'm sure that Lenny Lawrence will see it a different way, because that's a bookable offence.
Took a yellow card in the first half, and it's a bit of an escape really for Paul Furlong. Croft towards Thorne. Here's Kavanagh. Handball by Bertram. Free kick, and a chance for Cardiff to seek out a goal.
It's there for the taking, isn't it? Into the last 15 minutes, it's there for the taking. They've worked tremendously hard.
Andy Legg whips it in. Kavanagh, and Chris Day happy to let it go. He was on the bench when Watford and Crystal Palace were promoted to the Premiership via the playoff route, but the main man today for QPR. Not quite up with Mark Bertram as far as the hairstyle goes, but close. One goal might just be all it takes. But it looks like that one goal might not come from Rob Earnshaw, because I think Cardiff are preparing to take him off. They do have Andy Campbell getting ready. Well, Campbell is another one who, like Thompson, can nick you a goal, and that's the sort of person these teams need right now. Bertram looking for Thompson, but it's a big ask. Cross clearance, now Padula. Be a change from both sides here. Tommy Williams is going to be on for QPR, but Cardiff first up making their change. Andy Campbell will be coming on, and Rob Earnshaw doesn't realise it yet. You can't see the number because the sun's shining on it, but Rob Earnshaw, who's made such a massive contribution to Cardiff's campaign with 35 goals, is going to be taken off in the second division playoff final. The Cardiff fans applaud a man who is a hero in their eyes.
They're certainly not happy coming off, and Lenny Lawrence will understand that. But today, you have to say, Danny Shitter and Clark Lyle have done exceptionally well against him. You never know when he's going to come up with a moment, but this lad certainly got pace. He's got fresh legs, which is even more important.
Former Middlesbrough man Andy Campbell. QPR actually showed a bit of interest in him before Cardiff snatched him. I wonder if he might be the man to get the goal. Off comes Gino Padula for QPR meantime. And he's replaced by Tommy Williams, who is on loan from Birmingham, who of course went up through the playoffs last season into the Premiership. In fact, Williams' stay at QPR could be extended into next season as well, subject to Steve Bruce's agreement.
And it looks like straight swaps for both sides there. Campbell's gone up front, onside Thorne. And Williams is coming over to this left-hand side.
Inside the last 10 minutes at the Millennium Stadium in Cardiff, still 0-0. Free kick given against Thorne. thought the last 80 minutes were tense. Wait for these 10 minutes. Gabidon unable to marshal it behind, and Furlong was putting the pressure on. Williams just on. Hit it straight at Gareth Wally. And now Andy Campbell. Graham Kavanagh's making an excellent run here. And Kavanagh! And what a challenge from Clark Carlisle. Vital, absolutely vital. But Cardiff are hanging in there. It's Wally. It's Croft. McLeod trying to keep Croft at bay. Williams up to Furlong, but it's over his head.
Well, the game began a bit dead, hasn't it? Up to them two substitutions. I think both managers have realised that, tried to spark it up, and it certainly looks like it's done something.
Campbell for Croft. It wasn't the best of passes back to Campbell, and Andy Thompson benefited. Now Gallen. Kelly. Graham Kavanagh makes up so much ground for Cardiff, and he'll get the free kick.
He's been excellent today, and he's been excellent. He keeps cropping up. We've just seen him charging forward, and it took a great challenge by this man here. But look at the run. Great first touch, and if he doesn't make that challenge there, Kavanagh can get the shot away. Excellent play by Carlisle.
Every moment is a massive moment now, every chance. If somebody can take a chance now, they may well be heading into the First Division. Free kick given as Pryor was left grounded by Furlong. The playoff finals really can be a form of torture, and it's still impossible to predict who's going up from Division 2 into Division 1. Gabidon up towards Thorne. Boland trying to get in. Gareth Wally, and Bertram won the ball. Here's McLeod. QPR could burst away now. Bertram is still down actually, but what a run this is from McLeod. And now Williams, and it's going to drift away from Andy Thompson. Well, Bertram in pain.
Touch and go, wasn't it? But once they do break here, space in front of him, and he's gotten to the game, hasn't he, in the second half, McLeod. Tries to take it on the outside. It's a good challenge. And this isn't a bad ball either. Needs somebody on that far post coming in. Nobody there for him.
And so the seconds tick away.
QPR through and through, isn't he, Bertram? Said he'd much rather be down on that pitch where he can influence things rather than up in the stands as a QPR supporter. And he's certainly influenced the game today.
Well, he is one of them. It was always his dream to play for QPR, and that dream was realised when he left Millwall last summer, and you can see that he holds a special place in the heart of the QPR supporters. The Cardiff fans are still in full voice. They usually have pretty good voices in this part of the world. The noise levels are rising. The tension is rising because we are inside the last 5 minutes of normal time. Extra time is beckoning. The edge long throw comes in handy. Furlong, and it was Thompson who unleashed a sizzling strike.
It's a good set, isn't it? Furlong, lovely little set. Comes on his left foot, not his strongest. Comes off the outside of that left boot. Never threatens a Cardiff goal. He will have a pop though from anywhere. Knows where the goal is.
Scored 21 goals last season. Not quite so many this season though. Both sets of supporters trying to encourage their heroes on to be true heroes and to clinch promotion. Extra time looming large. Unless somebody can make a difference. Spencer Pryor trying to do just that, and it comes to Campbell. Can he put it back? It's still bobbling around, and Thorne is in there, and he goes to ground. And Howard Webb, the referee, had to keep a close check on what was going on in there. Thorne is hurt. He'll have to kick it out, I think, so that he can get some treatment. I think Gabidon has realised. Leg has that.
Looked like this could have been the breakthrough. Doesn't he do well, Pryor? He just won't come down with it for Campbell, and that's an excellent challenge there from Kelly. A real scramble, feel for handball here. He has got his arms up, hasn't he? Furlong. Would have been a harsh one to give at this time. It's on his hip anyway.
It was fairly frantic. And frantic is the word now, because a goal now almost certainly would mean promotion.
Fortune favours the brave. Sometimes you can be afraid to lose a game, or you're going to be brave enough to win it.
Here's Kavanagh. Gabidon. Challenged down by Furlong, but it's dribbling out. And Furlong twice a semi-final loser with Birmingham in the playoffs, hoping to make it third time lucky. Palmer. Up towards Thompson. Spencer Pryor's header, not good. And Thompson! Oh, it's dropped wide, agonisingly.
Oh my word, what a chance. Should he let the ball come down and took on the volley? I think he should have, Ian. Spencer Pryor will be mightily relieved. He goes for the header. Maybe he didn't have time to let it drop for the volley. But certainly on first instinct, can he let it come down? He could have let it come down and gone for the volley. So close.
A huge sigh of relief from Pryor. Huge. Last minute. Ian Holloway's QPR hoping to return to Division 1 after an absence of just 2 years. Lenny Lawrence's Cardiff hoping to go back into that division after an absence of 18 long, miserable years. Thompson. A few tentative steps being taken out there now, because the 90 minutes are almost up. We are into 4 minutes of added on time.
There will now be a minimum of...
The search for a goal, the search for a hero goes on. Kavanagh offside against Thorne. unbelievable tension, unbearable tension. You cannot beat the playoff finals. They are one of the great sporting events of our time. Here is Palmer. And again. These are anxious times. It's McLeod's cross. Turned away by Barker. Here's Bircham. There were two Cardiff players. Kavanagh and Pryor both went for it, but it's safe from their point of view.
All's well that ends well, but he's had one let off there, Spencer Pryor, isn't he? Andy Thompson, really, I think maybe he should have punished him.
The sun still shines on the Millennium Stadium, but there will be clouds above one of these teams soon. One will be condemned to another season in the second division, the other will be on their way up. Just a couple of minutes of added on time remaining. The nerves, they are a-jangling. Williams towards Thompson, but it's won by Gabidon. Falls for McLeod. Williams. Here's Andy Legg. Here's Andy Campbell. Kavanagh. One last big effort perhaps from Cardiff. And offside against Andy Campbell. That won't be the big effort. And we are just over a minute away from another 30 minutes. Thorne. Croft. Nobody wants to do anything silly now apart from score, and they sure would go silly if they did. The pendulum swings in QPR's favour with Kevin Gallen now surging forward. Crowded out by Cardiff. Both teams still refusing to budge an inch. Campbell, Boland. There'll be some weary legs out there now, but the adrenaline will be flowing. It's flowing for Cardiff. It's Gary Croft, and he sends it across into the path of Andy Legg. Legg delivers towards Peter Thorne, but it's comfortably taken by Chris Day, and that might be that. That is that, as far as the 94 minutes are concerned. We've got another 30 to come. It has been a gruelling contest between two teams who are pretty evenly matched. There is more to come after the break. Over the next half an hour or 45 minutes or so, one way or another, whatever it takes. Cardiff or QPR will be promoted to the First Division today. There will be delight for one of these teams, there will be despair for the other. Extra time underway. Bircham. McLeod. There's the captain Palmer. In towards Thompson, but Gabidon commanding. Now Legg. Thorne. Gareth Wally has advanced, but it's turned away by Danny Shitu.
He's been outstanding for QPR today. He really has not put a foot wrong.
The Legg has decided on a long one, seemingly, although Parker was still nearby. It does go long from Legg. Carlisle on the end of it. Bertram forced into the corner, but he gets the throw off Wally. Mark Bertram urging the QPR fans to get behind him and everyone else. He was one of them, of course, still is one of them, used to stand on the terraces. Now he plays on the field.
He's played as a fan, only with a little bit more skill, I might say.
Campbell. Kavanagh and McLeod collided. Lee Boland has won it back. It's a decent pass from Gabardon to Thorne, except that the flag was up. But it would have been decent.
Just come back from an offside position. Fitness now is everything, isn't it? It's absolutely everything.
Lauder's delivered here, and Furlong desperately trying to get on the end of it. And Holloway, always eager, enthusiastic. Drops for Bertram. Now Williams. Stepping away from Andy Campbell. Now Andy Legg. And Legg caught by Kelly. Still down.
He's worked really hard down the left-hand side for Cardiff. Intelligent player, experienced player, Andy Legg. It's a bit unfortunate here because they both go for the ball. You can see Kelly goes for it as well. Little Legg getting there, and he's fortunate, I think, Kelly to get away with the booking in.
He's a popular character, Andy Legg. It was Kelly's challenge, but no card was forthcoming. It's still tight, it's still tense. It's still 0-0. Peter Thorne grappling with Clark Carlisle. Thorne has fended him off. Now Barker. Oh, Wally through towards Andy Campbell, and Clark Carlisle with another magnificent challenge. Another big moment in the game. And once again, it was Carlisle who came to Rangers' rescue. Furlong, Bertram, and here's McLeod. Thompson waiting. But it's Barker who's able to clear. It swings one way, and then it swings the other. Williams cross. QPR having a spell. Gallen will leave the throw for Kelly. Quite getting that one right. Ian Alexander won't mind a few more crosses like that. Away by Shitu. Onto the boot of Barker. Gabardon. Wally. Campbell. They're spraying the passes around Cardiff. This is Croft. Up towards Campbell, and Shitu has inadvertently set it up here for Andy Legg. And Legg has got away from Kelly. Can he pick anyone out? Oh, it's nearly come to Campbell anyway. Kavanagh. Still It won't quite happen.
Well, what a challenge it was from Carlisle. Absolutely superb. The ball gets played through. He has to make a challenge. He's inside the box, Campbell. If he doesn't get that right, big trouble in store for QPR. He gets it spot on. Really wrapped his leg around it, didn't he? So well. Nearly runs away from him there. Was able to pull it out under the feet of Campbell. Excellent play, man.
It's Cardiff's turn to launch an assault on the QPR goal, and Campbell has just got away from Carlisle that time, and Gareth Wally, it just wouldn't drop for him or for anybody after that. QPR racing away at the other end, and Spencer Pryor's miscued it, and Andy Thompson sees his centre blocked by Gabidon. From one end to the other, just like that.
Well, which way is it going to go? It's anybody's game still. Campbell does well here, gets away from Carlisle. It's Bertram really who just does enough to put him off. Just jumps up in front of him there. Takes his eye off the ball and the chance was gone.
Well, Cardiff have a corner to contend with. It's Kevin Gallen. It was Kavanagh who cleared it. He really has been on top of his game. Right back in there. Gabidon met it. Now leg. End-to-end spell in the game. Wally asking too much of Campbell. Some cannot bear to watch the playoffs do that to you.
Advise them not to go into management then, because can you imagine what the managers are feeling at the moment, Ian?
It is an ordeal, a major ordeal. Cardiff and QPR still slogging it out. He's given against Willie Boland. Well, that challenge on McLeod. Of course, we haven't finished yet with the playoff finals this weekend in Cardiff. Tomorrow, Sky Sports 1 from 2 o'clock. It's another big one. It's Sheffield United against Wolves for a place in the Premiership. Who's going into Division 1? Who knows? Williams. And Furlong. Well, a few chances have come his way today.
Well, this wasn't an easy header. It certainly wasn't. For once, Gabidon drops off, leaves him half a yard. He doesn't make the most of it. It's a difficult header. He's better than that, Paul Furlong.
5 attempts on goal. He's going to get one on target soon, you know. Got to the law of averages. Kavanagh. Peter Thorne. Gareth Wally. Kavanagh looking to make it happen. Croft. Shitu predictably got to that. Thompson trying to turn away from Pryor. He used a hand, did he? No. Gabidon has picked out leg. He can't find a way past Kelly. Here's Gallen, leg closed in on him though. And now Kavanagh, put away by Shitu, who's been colossal. Good day for defenders. Hence the scoreline. To touch from Gabidon.
Well, they've been assured, both banks of defenders. Gabidon's been excellent again. Williams has come in, well done a job on that left-hand side. But as the game goes on, especially into extra time, you do feel that the attackers have the edge in. You know, they're the ones that can take the odd chance, not make the run when they have to. If any forward against you makes the run, you have to go with him. So I always feel the attackers are in the ascendancy now.
Free kick given against QPR. Kavanagh, a formidable figure for Cardiff City. Everyone is on edge in this fabulous arena. Campbell was caught by Shitu. It's going to be a free kick and a chance for Cardiff to deliver into the box.
Very harsh, very harsh. Campbell tried to ride him, roll him, and I think he does well here. Obviously uses his arm. They're both using their arms. I think he goes down through the sheer strength of Shitu there. I think that's good defending.
$66,000 people inside the Millennium Stadium hold their breath as Andy Legg whips it in. It's away by Shitu, and it's further away by Thompson, but Willie Bolan trying to snap it back, straight at Bircham. Maybe a break here. He's got McLeod to his left, and Thompson going through the middle, but Gabardon decided that he was going no further.
Made up 10 yards to get that challenge in as well, Gabardon. You find out with the fit people are on your team. Certainly, I wouldn't want to be doing doggies with Gavin, I'm sure.
Furlong. They went behind Palmer. And now Croft. Palmer working hard, as he always does. Ever present this season for Ian Holloway's Queen's Park Rangers. To Gabardon, judging that reasonably well. Gallen. Williams, who's replaced Padula. Up towards Thompson, it breaks though for Croft. The first period of extra time almost up. Kavanagh. Campbell. It's Clark Carlisle who's won it back fairly and squarely. Thompson now to Gallen. Gallen picks his moment, picks his man, and his man was Carlisle, and it's wide. He started it all off, of course, taking it away from Cardiff.
Yeah, he took it off Campbell, didn't he? Nicked the ball here. Good challenge. He was looking for the foul, wasn't he, Campbell? Once it eventually gets delivered, after it's gone wide from Thompson here, he gets himself in that far post. This is a lovely flighted ball here from Kevin Gallen. It's inviting you to go and head it. He heads it, can't get the direction. Is it going to come today, Ian?
Flicked on by Thorne. Oh, and Thorne challenged by Shitu, and the referee waited to see if there would be an advantage perhaps, but Bircham has taken out Campbell anyway, so Cardiff have got their free kick after all. 1 minute of added on time in the first period of extra time.
The tiredness is creeping in. Go for balls that normally you get. It's never going to get to that one. It's a standard book in there. Ball runs away from him. Just thinks it over him, does well, doesn't he, Thorne? Carries through with the challenge, knows he can't let him continue.
One way or another, he was stopping Cardiff City in their tracks there. He was at Charlton, Danny Shitu. He's been a big player for QPR. Well, This free kick will almost certainly be the last action of the first 15 minutes of extra time. Cardiff City fans find their voice yet again. And the referee adds to the tension here by spotting a bit of pushing and shoving and going in to sort it out. Calm down. Easier said than done with so much at stake. It's a big moment in the match, this. It's Kavanagh to whip it in, and it's a spectacular save from Chris Day to keep Cardiff at bay and to foil Spencer Pryor.
Well, this is a quality ball. And look at the range, he's right on top of him. Instinctively throws that right hand up. Great save.
Cardiff try again with Kavanagh's corner. It's half-time in extra time, but Chris Day with a sensational save. Remarkable reactions to deny Pryor an opening goal in this game.
Well, he does well, doesn't he, Spencer Pryor, to find a bit of space. He does everything right. The big keeper who hasn't had that many saves to make today pulls out. Look, both managers know it could have been so close, and one goal surely is going to decide this.
Well, it really has been a captivating contest at times between these two teams, in that they are so evenly matched. Half-time in extra time, and Lenny Lawrence coming on for a few words, and Holloway doing the same. The final words, perhaps, if we get a winner in the second period of extra time. Otherwise, they'll be back out there again, ahead of the penalty shootout. Ian Holloway wants QPR in a huddle, I think.
It's been a long, hard season, and it all comes down this little bit of extra time. What they'll be saying is, don't waste it, lads. You've worked tremendously hard to get yourselves here. Stick together. Nobody back down. Everybody stay with runners. Give everything you've got in this 15 minutes. It's what we've worked towards all season. Don't let yourselves or the supporters down.
Well, it hasn't been for the want of trying. 25 attempts on goal. Not many on target, though. No one has found the back of the net yet. If they do, in the next 15 minutes, then they could well be going places. Both sides have given their all. It's been an extraordinary effort from these two teams. Something has got to come between them, either in the next 15 minutes or in a penalty shootout. If it does go to penalties, both sets of supporters will be hoping they'll be taken at their end. We shall see which way the coin lands for that. If we need that. Campbell came off his back and away by Shitu. Gary Croft belted it back towards Thorne. Croft. Gareth Wally. And he was unable to curl it towards Andy Legg. At times defensive masterclass, I guess, so you'll quite like it then, Al.
Well, I think both sets of players have known they've had to work hard when they haven't got the ball. They've denied space to the opposition. Perhaps haven't passed the ball as well as they would have wanted to either side. I think Cardiff obviously got a different style. They need to get the ball down and play, but it all comes down now really to one moment, doesn't it? You know, can somebody just create a special ball into the front men? Can somebody make the most of maybe of a mistake? There's certainly tired legs out there now, Ian, and the concentration starts to suffer because of that.
Kelly towards Furlong. Gabidon as calm as ever. Bircham going to shake off Wally. Kevin Gallen survived the challenge from Wally. Referee's played the advantage here because Kelly just kept going and going until Kavanagh intervened. Shittu, it opens up in front of him. He's been towering at the back and now he's trying to do some damage up the front. Well, that would have been a story. McLeod. Kavanagh for Wally. Here's Peter Thorne. Gary Croft. Waiting nearby is Boland. Here's Kavanagh. Leg. Parker trying to open it up now, and he's found Andy Campbell, who tries to get a second chance. Shittu brushed across him, and Campbell wanted the free kick but hasn't got it. Tommy Williams racing away, and he still might get in. He has got in. Oh, and then he lost his head, and Furlong and Thompson were both waiting for some service.
Well, Furlong really is there just for a little ball. Give it to me and I'll roll it in the net. He does ever so well to get into this position, Williams. He looks like he lost the ball, and then he actually muscles him out of the way. He looks there, a little touch on it. Now just Guinness, lay it square, and the game is in your hands. Poor Furlong does everything right. He just drops off, gives him the cutback ball. He still goes for the shot.
At the other end, just before that breakaway.
I think he's just eased out there, Campbell. Again, he used his strength. Barker was the one who played the ball into him. He should have given it back to Barker. It can go either way now. Really can, can't it, this game?
It might have been Paul Furlong's shot on target had Williams pulled it back. He didn't. Just over 10 minutes to go. Penalties lie ahead unless Cardiff and QPR can sort themselves out in extra time. Williams and Gallen let it go. Thompson. Nervous. Anxious.
What a moment that was for Tommy Williams. You could see his name in lights, couldn't he, Tommy?
It is Williams with his throw. Firm header from Pryor. Another throw though for QPR. Williams looks like he might go for a longish one. Andy Legg, not averse to a long throw himself, was the man who cleared it. Now Williams delivers. It's away by Gabidon. Thorne, so good at that, holding off all comers. Here's Campbell, and Campbell has managed to send it across, and it just slipped away from Thorne. But here's Boland, and a free kick is going to be given because Williams has caught Boland.
listen to the crowd. They don't know which way this game's going to go. Campbell did ever so well there, did everything right. Get the ball across the face of the goal. He just couldn't get on the end of it, could he, Peter Thorne?
Well, Andy Legg with his left foot will be the man for this. It is a massive moment, this. Andy Legg! Oh. It rose and just went over, but only just.
I think Chris Day sees it all the way. Always confident that it's going over. He tries to get it looping. It loops too late for him. I beg Cardiff.
It almost seems like we're destined for a penalty shootout, although when a commentator says something like that, goal usually comes along. Barker. Bertram battling with Legg. Two men who always are fiercely committed to the cause. Here's Boland. Kavanagh. Gabardon sending it back to Alexander. And a miscue by Gabardon of all people.
It's getting to that stage where defenders just don't want to take chances in. It'd be a dreadful thing to make a mistake now as a defender. It's a cost your side.
Gabardon. Furlong not giving up on this yet. Gabardon has a real battle on his hands, but he's got the throw. He's battling his feet too. And Holloway, who's gave 100% as a player for QPR. Still giving 100% on the touchline. Carlisle, sloppy clearance, and Gareth Wally for Campbell. He's onside. It's Andy Campbell. It's in. Campbell comes off the bench to be a hero, a superhero. Breakthrough. It's taken a while, but it's been worth the wait for Cardiff City. Division 1 is beckoning.
And Danny Shitu stopped, he thought he was offside. Ball given away there, he's level. He stops Danny Shitu, look, but doesn't he make him pay? Campbell, Andy Campbell, wait for it to come down. He gets it absolutely perfect, knows exactly what he's doing, doesn't go for power, he just goes for technique. Lifts it over him, and Chris Day can't do anything about it, has to wait for it to come down. If Danny Shitu had carried on, you just wonder if he could have put a challenge in. But because he paused, because he hesitated, he was never going to get back in. Look what it means, and what an important time for that goal to come for Lenny Lawrence in Cardiff.
Cardiff City are just over 5 minutes away from the first division. The goal coming deep into extra time, and change being made. With Mark Bonner coming on for Andy Legg. I wonder if it's in the bag for Cardiff, or can Queen's Park Rangers respond and keep their hopes of promotion alive? Here's Peter Thorne, and now Gareth Wally, and Campbell could be through again. Day's come out and dealt with it. Here is Kelly. What have Queen's Park Rangers got left in them? Furlong, it's flicked it on, and it's away by Croft. Furlong's header, and Kavanagh, that's actually going to go for the corner, would you believe? Ian Holloway geeing his team up. They've not got much time, but it doesn't take much time to score. We've heard that one before. It's Gallen's corner, and it's away by Kavanagh, who's been so impressive. Bonner just tickling it away from Palmer, but Kelly has kept it in. All hands to the pump, all feet to the pump, everything to the pump now as Cardiff look to protect their lead. It's Kevin Gallen. Williams, it trickled out. It's going to be a throw for Cardiff. And their fans have waited so long for a day like this. They've still got a bit to see out yet. But of course, there are two sides to every playoff story, and this is going to be cruel. It's going to be harsh on Queen's Park Rangers, who finished 4th in the table, 2 places above Cardiff. Cardiff 6th, and the omens were with them, because the last 4 teams who finished 6th and got to the final all won. It could be 5 in a row, unless QPR are going to have a say now. Free kick, Cardiff, just over 2 minutes left.
They've got to keep the ball now, Cardiff. Keep the ball, keep possession. It's a lot easier said than done, though, Ian. They're going to throw everything at them now, QPR. It's a time to stand firm, not drop too deep, and kill the game off. Like I say, QPR are just going to throw everybody forward. It's so difficult to do.
QPR have got to find some serious inner strength and resolve now. They have to show some character. They might just yet. It's McLeod's cross, met by Spencer Pryor. Croft is going to get to that before Williams. It'll be a longish throw. As long as he can make it, Williams delivering. Kavanagh back there. He's winning everything at the moment. And another free kick for Cardiff will take the sting out of QPR's late challenge.
Kavanagh's been immense, he really has. Should have will feel that maybe he should have reacted quicker. But this man here has played a captain's role for Cardiff today. Big game player, needed a big performance from him today. He's certainly got one, Cardiff.
Special scenes in the Millennium Stadium at the moment, because Cardiff City are nearly there. They thought they might be there last year, but it didn't happen for them. Knocked out in the semi-final stage against Stoke. They have come back for a bit more, and they might just have a bit more. They might just have a place in the First Division. Campbell has won the free kick. He's also kicked the ball away, and that's going to earn him a yellow card. But it's his goal that has made the difference. How ironic, actually, that Queen's Park Rangers showed interest in Andy Campbell when he was up for sale at Middlesbrough. You'd rather suspect that wages were the stumbling block. Cardiff didn't really have a problem in that respect. Campbell's goal, decisive at the moment. That's the price of success and the price of failure. A matter of seconds remaining, and Cardiff more than happy to see the ball stay over there. They won't quite believe it until they hear the full-time whistle, and they're not going to hear it just yet because there are 2 minutes added on. Playoffs, eh? Don't you just love them? Had to be Bircham in there, getting a throw for QPR, but they needed up the other end, and they needed up there quick. Here's Kavanagh, and a miss kick. It's not a time to miss kick it, really. QPR might be able to come up with one final chance here, perhaps. Cardiff usually do things the hard way, and it's been no different today. The Cardiff fans all standing up now. There's no point sitting down. They'd be right on the edge of their seats, as they have been for most of the afternoon. Anywhere will do for Cardiff. The Cardiff fans whistling. But the only whistle that matters is the whistle that belongs to Howard Webb, and they might just hear it soon, although they'll do well to hear it above the noise. The referee has looked at his watch. Cardiff City are up and away to Division 1. Andy Campbell, super sub, superhero. After 18 years in the bottom two divisions, Cardiff have finally made it out, and they'll be hoping this is just the start of something special. A sleeping giant no more. Cardiff City are proud. Cardiff City are promoted. Kevin Gallen and Queen's Park Rangers gave it their all. It wasn't quite good enough. Absolute agony, total torture for QPR, who will spend another season in Division 2. But Cardiff, they are leaving Division 2 behind, and about time too. The city of Cardiff has seen some big football parties in recent times. This will be the biggest party of them all, because the locals have invited themselves. Lenny Lawrence has taken Cardiff into Division 1.
Lenny Lawrence made a massive decision, didn't he? Replacing Earnshaw with Campbell. It's been proved to be a big decision to turn this game. Great finish. Listen to the atmosphere here. You have to feel for QPR. There was nothing in between these two sides. It was always going to be one goal in, wasn't it? And what a goal it turned out to be.
Well, Carlisle and every Queen's Park Rangers player inconsolable. Let's hear from the man of the moment, Andy Campbell, with Fraser Robertson.
Andy, describe your emotions at scoring the winner.
Oh, I don't think I could have finished any better. I knew I was on the bench a couple of days ago. To come in and just play is an achievement, but to score, oh, it's unbelievable. So happy to get out of the second division. For all his supporters to get in the first division. Bring all the big teams, Sunderland, West Ham, bring them all on.
Did you think it was going to penalties? Did you always fancy nicking one?
It wasn't the best of games, we didn't have many chances. I'm just over the moon that I've got a chance to get the chance to score a goal.
And you know what it takes to get up to the top divisions in the Premiership. Is this club got what it takes?
And we've got what it takes, Sam's got what it takes, the manager, the supporters. Can't wait.
Enjoy the day.
Thank you.
He's a smashing lad, Andy Campbell, and he came on and made the difference, and it's a big difference. And Sam Haman has realised part one of his dream and part one of his vision. He wants to get to the top, the very top. It's taken him 3 years to get out of the bottom two divisions, but one of the game's characters will be seen around the grounds in Division 1 next season, and Cardiff City's faithful followers will be there in force, of course. Andy Legg, well, his future's a little uncertain out of contract, but he did his bit today, and throughout this season they couldn't quite manage to wangle an automatic promotion place, but then that's Cardiff for you. That's the way they do it. And let's hear from arguably the man of the match for Cardiff today, Graham Kavanagh, the captain now.
Graham, the captain's view of the victory.
Oh, it's an unbelievable feeling. It's been 5 years for me, and I've missed out 3 times, and it's such a hard feeling. I really feel sorry for the QPR players, honestly.
Excuse me, interruption! We're going to the show, baby! Go to the show!
But it's a great feeling. It's one of relief as much as anything else, but you see all these fans here today, they've been absolutely outstanding. It's been a very long season, and we're just delighted.
The first time in 18 years you've taken them out the bottom two divisions, a significant moment.
Oh, very much so, yeah. That's all we've heard all week, and there was a quote in the paper saying we could be chokers or we could be legends. Well, I know that we're not chokers, so please God, I know we're not legends either, but please God, next season we can push it on. I mean, we're just very, very pleased, because you can see how much it means to the fans and how much it means to all the players, Sam and Man, the gaffer and everybody. And to win today, it's incredible, it's brilliant.
Graham, you are the nationwide man of the match. Well played today.
Thanks very much, thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks a lot.
Well, they may not quite be legends, but they're working on it, and they might just feel like it at the moment. Andy Campbell, who could have been a QPR player, they showed some interest in him, but Ian Holloway lost out to Lenny Lawrence, who is now with Fraser.
Lenny, your reaction to that?
Overwhelmed, really. It's been a fantastic day. Great game. Not a classic football match, but really tense, dramatic game. QPR gave everything they had. I thought we just shaded it on the day. And I'm so pleased for Andy Campbell. He's got a goal because he's been in Robert Earnshaw's shadow for most of the season. So I thought we just about deserved it. But it was a great day for football and all these fans here, as you can see.
Were you preparing for penalties in your mind?
I thought our best spell was in the extra time, but we were ready for anything.
Just briefly, what it means for the fans and the club.
It's just a start for Cardiff. We're in the first division now, and we've got to kick on from there. You can see what the support, you can see what it means to them. Not only Cardiff, the Welsh nation as well.
Well done today.
Thank you, thank you.
They're going places all right, places like West Ham, West Brom, Sunderland, Ipswich, Norwich, Nottingham Forest, and the message from Cardiff is bring them on, bring them all on. The potential of this club is huge, Arvid.
Well, they certainly won't go into the first division to make the numbers up. That's the trophy, that's what they both worked tremendously hard to get today, and that was the man that clinched it for them. One finish, and like I say, potentially the development still left in Cardiff is absolutely huge.
Cardiff City make their way forward to get the trophy. But the most significant thing they've got is a place in the first division. QPR have left the field. A quick word for Lincoln City, by the way, because yesterday they stayed on, stood up and applauded Bournemouth when they were presented with their trophy, dignified in defeat. Cardiff are jubilant. Spencer Pryor almost scored himself, had a couple of dodgy moments as well at the other end, but all those moments are forgotten now. All the lows of the season are forgotten, and Cardiff had a few. The season petered out really towards the end, and they ended up finishing in 6th place, bottom of the playoff zone, but they still managed to find a route into Division 1. Andy Campbell's goal has taken them up. The Millennium Stadium in Cardiff belongs to Cardiff. Peter Thorne, who scored the decisive semi-final winner against Bristol City. The players gathered on the podium, and they are waiting to be joined by their captain Graham Kavanagh, who's just shaken hands with Ian Holloway. Nice touch. Well, for years Cardiff City were going nowhere. Now they're going somewhere. They're going to Division 1. This is the trophy that means that Cardiff City will be playing in the first division of the Football League next season. Robert Earnshaw looked a bit miserable when he came off, but as he said during Graham Kavanagh's interview, they're going to the show, and it's going to be some show. The city of Cardiff is closed tonight. There's a not very private party going on. They are rocking all over Cardiff. That is for sure. After the heartbreak, the agony, the despair and the dejection of last season when Lenny Lawrence's side lost out to Stoke in the semi-final, they kind of did choke it a bit then, but they didn't choke it this time. They kept going and going and going. Memorable scenes of celebration magic moments for the players and the supporters of Cardiff City. The people of Cardiff, the people of Wales, very proud, of course, very passionate and very promoted.
Well, as you said, they certainly know how to have a party in there. Look at that crowd. You know, the potential is absolutely enormous. You just felt that the script had been written for Sam Hammam in Cardiff, didn't you? To do it this way, probably giving them a better party than they could have done it by doing it automatically. And like I say, with him at the helm, Sam Hammam, they've got somebody in charge who doesn't mind putting his money where his mouth is, and who knows where it'll end.
I remember being in a game earlier in the season with you, Alvin, when you asked Sam Hammam who his main rivals were, and he just replied, Arsenal, Manchester United.
And again, they've got a First Division squad already in place. You can guarantee there'll be money there to spend in the summer. And they've waited a long time, haven't they, for this? Everybody talks about Sleeping Giants' potential. Well, now they're into a position where they can really make things happen rapidly here in this city of Cardiff.
18 long, horrible years in Division 2 and Division 3. Division 4 come to that. But the man who's really made all of this possible is Sam Hammam. He's down there in amongst the Cardiff players, and so too in amongst them is Fraser Robertson.
Sam, how proud a moment is this for you?
I'm very proud, I'm very happy. I really feel this is a very special occasion for everyone in Wales. Welsh football has taken yet another step forward in the right direction. But here we must pause a while and feel a bit sorry for QPR, who had a very good game. The game could have gone either way. They could have been the ones promoted. We wish them luck next season.
Is this now the start of something big for Cardiff? If you get the stadium, you can kick on and be a force?
Yes, I mean, if someone tells me that we have the stadium tomorrow, absolutely, we'll make at least £10 million available. But it's still not in the bag yet.
Well done for the club today.
Thank you very much.
Sam Hammam has been involved with Cardiff for 3 years now. This was the prime objective. It's taken them longer than they would have liked, but they have escaped the bottom half of the league structure, and not before time, really. They'll be back in the First Division, in that division for the first time since 1985. Of course, they haven't been in the top flight since the early 60s, but you get the feeling that they might be returning there one day in the not-too-distant future, because this is a club with huge ambitions. Let's hear from the man who scored 35 times this season. Robert Shaw is with Fraser.
Robert, this must be the best moment of your career.
Unbelievable. This all sums it up. What a great season for me, for everyone. Everyone who's played every part of the season. It's for them and the whole club. It's unbelievable.
You more than most know what it means to these fans, don't you? You've grown up with these guys.
I mean, we could have sold all this twice over, and that just sums it up, you know. I mean, all the fans, they've been waiting for so long, and now we've done it, you know. It's going to be a great season next season. Oh my God.
And what now for this club if you get the stadium? Are you heading towards the Premiership?
Oh, no doubt. There's no doubt at all. We've got everything here. I mean, all that's left, we're doing next season, and we go up next season, and, you know, it's got, I'm lost for words.
Some party in the city tonight, yeah?
Oh, everyone, there's a party back at mine. No doubt, baby.
Well done, congratulations.
Cheers.
Robert Shaw, a star in the making, a star made, I'm sure, and stars all round for Cardiff City today. But of course, you have to feel sorry for Queen's Park Rangers, who are just full of total and utter despair. There's nothing really you can say to make it feel any better. The last word in Division 2 this season is Cardiff.
Thanks, Alvin Martin, and to Ian Crocker. Swansea saved, Wrexham promoted, the national team going great guns under Mark Hughes. And now, to top it all, Cardiff are promoted to Division 1. The Welsh football revival, led by the Bluebirds of Cardiff City.